It's your boy, Revolutionary Cuz. I am your favorite peanut butter, favorite peanut butter government everywhere. Don't believe me? Ask that bitch thing about me. You dig? Okay. We're all here to see what the big announcement is. If this motherfucker come in and said he saved 10% by switching to Geico, I'm gonna be mad as fuck, nigga. Like, nigga, we all know that, cuz. No, no. But he's gonna come out and say, Michelle's really a man? Nigga, we knew that too. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Nah, but yeah. It's a big announcement, big announcement. What the fuck could be going on? Could it be the end of the war with Ukraine and Russia? Like, did that man really stop World War III? We about to find out. We about to find out. We're live in 2 minutes. Live announcement in 1 minute. Tell you this motherfucker better not give us no bogus shit, man. End of the world coming in 24 hours. It's all the same motherfuckers in the same press conference. If you don't have that VIP pass to get past them doors, that's all, my friend. These motherfuckers better not be on black people time. Where's the group chat on Fox News? They on some black people time. I'm about to go to another network. Okay, they just must be late. Associated Press is on the same shit. Yeah, we're definitely on Black People time. Associated Press and Fox News. This delay on this announcement. Tragic. Trump's gonna come in and say, I saved 10% of my insurance by switching to Geico. I had that presidential insurance, nigga. Come on, knock on my door. How the song goes. Do 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 do. You're killing me with this big announcement shit. This better be some good information that we're waiting on. They're killing me with this black people time shit. Is he gonna fix up a plate? Get the f out of here. Go fix up a plate. He's definitely on practical time.
Okay, there it is. And that's going to help a lot of the homeowners of our great country. John, want to hold that?
Sure.
Thank you, John, very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, Will, you go ahead.
I'd like to read you this gift from a constituent back in Tennessee.
Oh, I could use that at night.
It's an American flag.
That's very nice. I like that.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
President.
you very much. That's very nice.
Excellent. We have a number of executive orders for your attention, sir.
Okay.
From 1789 until 1947, our nation won some of its greatest military victories under the direction of a Secretary of War operating within a Department of War. Today, with this executive order, you will authorize the current Secretary of Defense and the current Department of Defense to once again embrace this great lineage and once again be named the Secretary of War and the Department of War.
So this is something we thought long and hard about. We've been talking about it for months. Pete and I and Dan. Dan came into the vault, by the way, a great general. He headed up the, I wouldn't call it an attack. I'd almost call that one maybe even more than an attack. What he did with Iran, you saw the success of that operation. It was perfect. In fact, this was sent to me by the great company that makes that particular B-2 bomber, and it was flawless. It was actually flawless. They flew for 37 hours back and forth, and there wasn't a bolt that was out of condition. There wasn't an engine failure. There was no problem. It was a perfect attack, and it knocked out any possible nuclear capability for Iran, which nobody wanted to see, and we weren't going to put up with. So great job, Dan. And we've been talking about this Department of War. So we won the First World War, we won the Second World War, we won everything before that and in between, and then we decided to go woke and we changed the name to Department of Defense. So we're going Department of War, and I'd like to ask our Secretary of War to say a few words. Pete Hegseth. I think it's a much more appropriate name, especially in light of where the world is right now. We have the strongest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest manufacturers of equipment by far. There's nobody to even compete, and you see that with this and so many other things. The Patriots are the best. Every element of the military, we make the best by far. So Peter, I'd like to ask you and maybe Dan Raising Cane to say a few words, please.
Mr. President, thank you. After winning a war for independence in 1789, George Washington established the War Department, and Henry Knox was his first Secretary of War. And this country won every major war after that, to include World War I and World War II. Total victory, Mr. President, as you said. Then 150 years after that, we changed the name after World War II from the Department of War to the Department of Defense in 1947. And as you pointed out, Mr. President, we haven't won a major war since, and that's not to disparage our warfighters, whether it's the Korean War, the Vietnam War, or our generation of Iraq and Afghanistan. That's to recognize that this name change is not just about renaming, it's about restoring. Words matter. It's restoring, as you've guided us to, Mr. President, restoring the warrior ethos, restoring victory and clarity as an end state, restoring intentionality to the use of force. So, at your direction, Mr. President, the War Department is going to fight decisively, not endless conflicts. It's going to fight to win, not to lose. We're going to go on offense, not just on defense. Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct. We're going to raise up warriors, not just defenders. So this War Department, Mr. President, just like America, is back. Thank you for your leadership and your clarity. We're going to set the tone for this country. America first, peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department. We're back.
All right, thank you very much. Very well stated. It really has to do with winning. We should have won every war. We could have won every war, but we really chose to be very politically correct or wokey, and we just fight forever. And then we, win, lose. We wouldn't lose really. We just fight, sort of tie. We never wanted to win wars that every one of them we would have won easily with just a couple of little changes or a couple of little edicts. I was told that ISIS would take 5 years to win, and Dan came. When I told him how long would it take, he said, I think about 4 weeks, sir. I said, what do you mean 4 weeks? I was told 5 years by the people in Washington. Who they were. 5 years. I said, you can't do it in 4 weeks. I actually flew to Iraq to meet with him, and I met him at a big air base. And remember that famous day, right? It turned out to be a famous day for our country because you're now the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which is the biggest deal. And he is, because he did things that everybody said couldn't do. So they said it was going to be 5 years, and he knocked them out in 4 weeks total, 100%. We took over, and ISIS was gone, and pretty amazing. But we never fought to win, and now if we have to fight at all, we solved 7 wars. We have the one that I thought was going to be probably one of the easier ones, and that's with President Putin and Ukraine. And that turned out to be one that's a little bit more difficult, but the 7 are done. They were supposed to be much more difficult to solve. I solved every one of them, and we're going to get the other one done too. But it turned out to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. And you get done or they'll be held to pay. But because they're losing 6 to 7, it used to be 5. I used to tell you 5, now it's almost 7. I guess 7,000 people last week, 7,813 people, young soldiers died, Russian and Ukrainian, not American. So, but it's a shame. It's just, they're human lives, and I want to see it stop. But General Kane's done a fantastic job. And again, defeated ISIS, which they said would take long time, and it didn't take a long time at all, and did other things that people said really couldn't happen. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the
Time to
greatest
start bringing out the
soldiers in
robots.
world.
Stop killing our kids.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. It's a true honor for me today to represent the incredible men and women of America's joint force. Today and every day, the 2.8 million service men and women stand ready to fulfill our sacred duty to protect America at home and abroad. As the President said, America's military is the single most powerful fighting force in the world. The mission you and the Secretary have given us is clear and unambiguous to deliver peace through overwhelming strength. And I remind everyone that the U.S. military can reach any adversary at the time and place of our choosing. Service to this nation is an incredible gift, and we're grateful and honored every day to do so. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, and it's an honor to sign this, and we will do that right now.
Why? Because we're not getting all this free shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little turned then, but can you not agree that he's cleaning up the streets? All these meth labs getting shut down. I mean, like, he's just getting started, man. He's just getting started.
Do you have any questions on this subject? We're going to be discussing the G20.
I promise you this, we were happy to see Sleepy Joe go. We were happy to see Sleepy Joe go.
Question for you, the newly minted Secretary of War. What message does this send?
That man made us look weak as a country.
People, again, what gave you the idea of this rebrand at this moment?
I think it sends a message of victory. I think it sends really a message of strength. We're very strong. We're much stronger than anyone would really understand. And again, you know, having the great equipment, we have just so much better. You look at all of the, just any of it, submarines as an example. We're 20 years ahead of anyone else. Nobody even compares. And
Now, I'm always going to be an advocate of Ron Paul, who ran for president 2008 and 2012. Ron Paul or nobody, but
where they gave up
Trump is the best that we've had
but
since.
a relatively small amount, but a lot.
Kennedy?
A lot. In Afghanistan.
Shit.
I think it was the most, General, I'd say it was the most embarrassing day in the history of our country, the way that happened, the way they went to the wrong airport. They should have gone to Bagram.
Not justifying any of his wrong
with
actions,
security,
vulgar
tight
language,
borders, etc.
inappropriate
I think it was
acts.
the most embarrassing
Yo,
moment in the history
that boy
of our
doing his
country.
thing out
It was
here.
under the Biden administration. It was terrible. And we were going to be leaving, but we were leaving with strength and dignity. We were going to
Biden
keep Bagram.
refused or
Because
couldn't
Bagram's 1
meet with
hour away
Putin.
from where China makes its nuclear weapons.
Couldn't sit with Kim Jong-un.
All to ourselves, a big, beautiful place built many years ago for money that
It's crazy.
today would be the equivalent of
Real shit, though.
many, many billions of dollars. You couldn't build it. The longest runways, the most powerful runways in terms of load capacity, and we just walked away from it.
We're judging Trump
And they
because
were
of his
fools.
personal
The people were fools. No, we're
characteristic traits,
we have the strongest military, and I think
And
that indicates we have the strongest.
not even off his way of thinking,
And, you know, we had
off
it
like
in
personal
the,
things.
One World War
If
One,
that's the
we
case,
won World
everybody's a
War
fucking
II, we won
racist.
everything.
Everybody and their mama is a fucking racist if that's the
Queen.
case.
And
Like, come on, man.
We were
Like,
very strong.
everybody's a
We
racist.
never fought to win. We just didn't
Oh,
fight to
Papa
win.
Joe, he hate that nigga on the block.
We didn't fight to
Oh
win.
yeah, that
We
little
were
redneck
worse
cracker boy. He hates everybody.
A route that I think was probably politically correct, but not correct for our nation. So I think the Department of War sends a signal. Yeah, please.
Okay. But he's bringing back the name Department of War. Let us know that let people know we're still fierce and we're still gonna win these wars out here.
Yeah. Well, I think I've gotten peace because of the fact that we're strong. If we weren't strong,
Hey,
those
one
7
thing at a
years
time.
I told you about, the 7 wars, a majority of them wouldn't have happened. They happened for 2 reasons: trade and our strength. Those are the 2 reasons. And probably strength may be more important than trade. So if we, I was very proud of
Our
all
biggest
those
thing,
wars that
I feel
could not
like,
be settled, and I
should
settled
be,
all of them. And we'll
one,
get the other one settled also.
pulling
They'll get settled.
all of our
But
resources
without
out of
the strength,
Ukraine.
we wouldn't have settled any
Pulling
of
all of
the
our
others.
resources out of Afghanistan,
Your expectations
Iraq.
are to modify this name change.
I don't know, but we're gonna find out, but I'm not sure they have to. We're signing an executive order today, but we're gonna find out, we're gonna see. If they do, we're going with it, and we're going with it very strongly. There's a question as to whether or not they have to, but we'll put it before Congress.
Do you know how much this rebrand will actually cost? And are there any concerns
I love my
about
country.
the Pentagon's
It's a
position
government I
actually
can't
cutting back
stand.
on spending?
But
And
not
we are
all,
looking like the
you know,
sissies on the
we're
block.
not gonna rebrand without having to go crazy. We don't have to recarve a mountain or anything. We're gonna be doing it, not in the most expensive. We're gonna start changing the stationery as it comes due and lots of things like that. We're not gonna be doing things like have been done in the past.
worst
when they
time in
changed
our
the name
history
of forts that shouldn't have been changed.
was
Those
when
names of
we had the
forts
lineup
should not
of
have been changed, at least for the most part.
Democratic
As you know, many of them have been changed back already. At the request of the communities, every one of those
candidates
communities
running
said,
for
"We want
president.
our name back."
We had the Asian guy that wanted to give everybody $1,000 a month.
The people in that
We had the
community
gay
want
guy.
that name back. They refused to
Excuse me,
call
he was
it
just lost.
anything else but Fort Bragg. So we're not
Sleepy
gonna be
Joe.
spending very much money on that. Yes,
Yeah.
John.
When you spoke with the Europeans and Zelensky earlier this week, did you preview this for them, and did you say what security guarantees they might be involved in?
This is nothing to do with anybody but the United States of America, the people of America. This is who I talk to about changing an end. It's a very important change because it's an attitude, and we know how to
Facto.
win. We've been winning, and we're going to win like you've never seen. Wait till these factories start to open up that are being built all over the country. You're going to see things happen in this country that nobody expects. We have over $17 trillion in investment coming into the country. We never did anything even remotely close to that. We've never, no other country has either, by the way. So you're going to see things that are pretty amazing, but it's really about winning.
And what about the security guarantees out there?
Well, we'll work that out. We'll help them. But we want to
Even
save
through
a lot of lives,
COVID and all the
so we'll do
bullshit,
something with that. I think people expect that we'll help
Trump
them.
administration, the best the
Europe,
job economy has ever been. We had the highest paying jobs. We actually had a lot of jobs out there.
Europe wants to see it end. And it'll end. It'll end all of a sudden. It's going to come together. You watch. Yeah, did you want something right? Yeah, behind you, please. Yes.
Bold, decisive, offensive action to protect American values. Strikes in Iran, strikes this past Tuesday at the positively threatened Iran with narco-terrorists. Is that going to be a critical function of the Department of War?
It depends on the individual instance, you know. We don't want drugs coming in from Venezuela or anybody else or any place else, so we'll be tough on that. And we don't want human trafficking. We don't want to see people coming in where they open their prisons from all over the world and they dump their prisoners into our country, which is what they did in the Biden administration, where they took insane asylums and places that held people that were seriously mentally ill, mentally incompetent, mentally dangerous, and they dumped those people into our country, and we're trying to get them out now. What they've done, what the
Like,
Democrats
he's right.
and Biden have
When they
done
say
to this
Assad
country,
and Syria were
pouring
using
out
chemical
in
weapons on the people,
infamy, what they have
they
done to
allowed
our
all
country.
them people to come in
And
America.
especially that, you know, they created
They're not
the
doing
worst
no
inflation
verification,
we've
no
ever
background
had.
check. Just let everybody in.
That's nothing compared to what they did
Right.
with the people in our
I don't want to sound like
country
a Trump
right now. And
advocate,
we're getting them out,
but I'm
it's
just looking at
not
the
easy
stats
when you
and the
have the liberal
facts. I mean,
judges
like,
destroying our country.
we're too busy
But,
race baiting,
we've won 'em all.
pointing
We've
the
won it all.
finger
Ultimately
at
won it all.
you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, you're a Muslim, you're a
It should be
Buddhist,
easier. We know
you're
what
gay, you're
it is.
straight,
We
you're
know
crooked,
exactly
you're a
who we're looking
circle.
for. We had
Instead of focusing on what the
11,000
issues
murderers
are.
dropped
Like,
into our country. We've
that's what I
got
feel like
them
our
out.
biggest issue is in America.
Or in some cases, they're so dangerous, we're afraid to get them out because they come back in. But for the last
We need
120 days,
more
0
options.
people came in.
We need a
Imagine,
free market
this is me
society
speaking,
where the mom
but
and
these
pop
are,
is protected in America
figures
and
developed
everything's
by,
not
they say, a
corporatized.
pretty liberal group of people. They admit that 0 people came into our country. Think of that. A year ago, it was millions of people were coming in. Millions. They were coming in. You could look at them and you could say, big trouble. And that's what we have in our country. But we're getting them out, and despite that, we're doing really well. Yeah, please, Brian. Yeah. Well, the recruitment's the most exciting thing. So when I was campaigning for the office, numbers were coming out that the recruitment numbers, General, you can speak to it better than anybody, the recruitment into the military, all branches of the military, and police and firemen and everything else. Anything having to do with like a public service, the numbers were horrible, record-setting bad. And now they're record-setting good. We're setting every record every month for recruitment. We're packed in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. My beautiful air. I love Space Command. I love Space. I see Space Command, but Space
That's how it's
Force
supposed to be. And even if it is for some people, that's
wanting to
their
go.
God-given right to
year
feel like
ago,
that. As long as your
especially a year and a
views
half ago,
don't
you know, when I took
physically
the lead
affect
at the
people,
polls,
you're out
which
here
is
harming
right
somebody because they're different.
It really helped with the
Live your
recruitment.
life, man.
And when I
You want
won
to be a
from
cousin
November 5th
fucker?
on, it's been amazing.
Go be a
And
cousin
over the
fucker.
last 4 or 5 months, it's been.
You ain't
with
fucking me
respect,
or my cousin. You're not
it was
fucking
very
an
hard to
underage
get
child,
police
so
officers. Now the departments are loaded up. Everyone wants to be
crazy
a
out here,
policeman or
man.
a woman. So it's been a great thing. Jenner, do you want to talk about that?
Sure, as you said, serving our nation is an incredible gift that we give, and the reward on that gift pays back exponentially year over year. And I think the young people of America are seeing the importance of service, and whether it's in any of our armed services or in local police, fire, or rescue, service is an important
it's a
thing
fact. That's a
that
fact.
I personally
And that's
encourage, and I know everyone else in government service.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with anything from the Ron Paul libertarian movement. That was our thing. We are the policemen of the world. We are the bullies on the block. We can police the world, but we can't even protect our own
It is truly
communities.
historic
I mean,
across
like,
all the services, as you said. It's been a surge into the, I was going to say the
shit
defense
is crazy.
department, but I would say the
Local
border
pedophiles running through our
and that
streets
you might almost call it
every
a vibe
day,
shift,
and we're over here trying
an
to
attitude
bomb
shift, a feeling
innocent people
that the
overseas,
country is
supposedly
back, that service is
terrorists.
back. And there were military families last year, Mr. President, that said, I don't know if I can recommend, I mean, I wrote a book on this. I don't know if I can recommend service to my son or daughter, given what's been done to our military. You heard it over and over and over again. And I hear from those same military families right now, sir, and they're saying, I recommend to my kids that they go into this department, this Pentagon, under this commander-in-chief, who they know you'll have their back and they want to serve. So it is historic, and it's the biggest reflection of how motivated Americans are by your leadership, sir.
You know, it really is nothing more than spirit, love for the country. I guess the esprit de corps, as they say, you have more of that than we've had maybe ever, frankly. But to see it turn over a period of less than a year, I would say, but to see it turn, nobody wanted to go into the military. Now everybody wants to go into the military. Jennifer, you want to?
Yeah, there's some new reporting on North Korea and this Navy SEAL incident in 2019. Can you say if the administration has engaged with North Korea on that incident since it happened recently? And then can you share some
I
recollection?
don't know anything about it. No. I'd have to. I could look, but I know nothing about
Can
it.
you confirm that it happened?
I don't know anything about it. I'm hearing it now for the first time.
Okay, great. And then on the Hyundai incident in Georgia with the arrest of some workers, construction workers at the plant, have you heard any feedback from Hyundai? From
I
South
just heard
Korea?
about that a little while before the news conference, and I would say that they were illegal aliens, and ICE was just doing its job. But I know nothing about the instance. It happened a little while ago.
There has been some pushback on that though from South Korea already, and of course, they pledged.
Yeah, no. Don't ever sign your life away, because once you do, you become a tool. If they tell you have to go to Antarctica to go blow up some igloos, that's what you have to do. If you have to go to the Amazon jungle and go catch some poisonous spiders, that's your job task, and that's what you have to do.
Some, not the best of people.
If
But
you
we have a lot
want
of illegal aliens working there, so
how should I phrase it?
That's what they have to do. These
Serve
are
your
people that came
country,
through with Biden.
run for
They
local
came through
office,
illegally. They came
whether
into
it's
our
school
country, so we
board,
have to do our job.
city council. I mean, get active. There's other way to serve your country other than giving your life to the military and becoming a tool to the system. Like,
Well, I think one of the things is the
Real
cash
shit, real
is
shit.
killing it. When that came out originally, when
I
that
only
came
talk,
out the
as they
first
say,
time, that's
real
when you
nigga
saw
shit.
the real big crime start to happen. Cashless bail, what a disaster that
Right.
is. You murder somebody, you don't have to put up bail. and you go out in the street.
DARPA, our military, we have all these
so often.
advanced equipment.
And that's one
Why
of
are
the
we still
things, and
sending
other
our
things you're
kids to
reading
these
about, you know, it's
these
just stated with
unconstitutional,
just a
for
certain
everlasting
toughness.
wars?
I have to say, one of the
Like, we're just
elements
wasting lives
of
when we could be just
fascination
using
for
the
people
robots
over the last
and shit.
period of time has been what's happened to DC. So we've gone from one of the most dangerous cities in our country
Dope.
to
Easy living,
what they
easy
call
living.
a safe city. It's a totally safe city. In fact, I set up dinner in Washington, D.C. next week. I wouldn't have done that, to be honest. I would have had an obligation not to do it.
I remember when Trump used to
Before I
get
came
into it with that
office,
lady
or
from
even at the
Somalia
very beginning,
about
when
Baltimore.
things were so corrupt and so dangerous.
Let me
out
tell
on
you
the
about my
streets.
first
So Washington,
encounter with the
D.C.
city of
has
Baltimore.
had virtually no crime.
I was living in North
Even have
VA
a mayor
working
that's admitting to
on a
it.
TV
She's
show in DC.
Liberal
I went to go
Democrat,
visit this little
no
chick I've been online in
fairness. She's
Baltimore.
a person that,
I sat in my car for like
hasn't
15
gotten
minutes before I
exactly
got
along
out.
with Republicans over the years.
I'm like, I've seen The Wire.
And she said
Baltimore is
she's never seen
crazy.
anything
I
like
cocked
it.
my gun
So
and I hit the block.
DC is a totally safe
There were
city.
like 3
We have
shootings like
virtually no
15
crime.
minutes. It's crazy in
One
Baltimore.
of- It's gone from the most unsafe city in the United States, almost, just about, to one of the safest cities, maybe the
So much
safest
government
city in the United
corruption.
States. That's
Cities
a
is
tremendous
unsafe.
compliment to our military, what we did. The National Guard's done a fantastic job. Yeah, please.
Crime is a major issue.
Yes.
Violence is a major issue. This murder rate is a major issue. The black people.
We didn't talk about that.
Where do
but
you
he's
think
done
we're
a
getting the
fantastic
guns from?
job. He's respected all over the country, really. He's a leader.
The Asians,
And he's done just
the
a
Mexicans,
fantastic job. We didn't discuss
the whites.
anything having to do with his future.
Most of it's coming
I'm sure
from
he'd be very good at that.
the government, whether it's a foreign government or American government.
I think they've done a fantastic job in building it, the governor and everybody else that's been involved. It's an
We
incredible
need to start
facility.
cleaning up our
Housing
local
people
streets.
for usually
Well, you're
a very
fortunate.
short
You live in a
period of
small
time
town
before they
where
get
it's not
back to their
overpopulated. You have to worry
countries.
about random crimes.
As you know, we focus on criminals before we focus on anybody else, and we're taking thousands and thousands of criminals out every month out of our country, some of them murderers. And I think Florida's done a great job by building it, and whether it's Alligator, Alcatraz, or anything else you want to call it, I was there. I visited with the governor, with other people. I guess Nikki was there. Tom Homan's been there a
That's
lot.
crazy.
A lot of people have been there from. It's an amazing facility for what it is. It's not a hotel. It's not supposed to be a hotel, but they've done a great job with it. I'm very happy with the judge's decision.
The Maduro regime is pushing back today. In fact, they say the U.S. seeks regime change through military threat, through reaction to the wars, and also would you like to see regime change in Venezuela?
Well, we're not talking about that, but we are talking about the fact that
I
you had an
commend
election
Trump
which was
in the way that he's running this
very strange
country,
election, to put it mildly.
protecting our
Very nice when I
communities,
say that. I can only say that
building foreign relations again.
billions of dollars of drugs are pouring into our country. from
You can't get
Venezuela.
mad at him for
The prisons of Venezuela have been opened
doing
up
his
to our
job.
country. They've taken their prisoners, the worst prisoners, murderers,
because all these politicians like, yeah, Trump is this and that. They're not the ones living in these inner cities where Granny is being raped and killed.
Not easy to get them out because of the liberal system that we're working with in many cases, not in all cases. But millions and millions of dollars and billions of dollars of drugs are pouring out of Venezuela and other countries. Look, China, what they're doing with fentanyl is a terrible thing. It comes through Canada and it comes through Mexico, but a lot of it's coming through Venezuela. Venezuela's been a very bad actor, and we understand that. And when you
They
look at
have
that
drugs
book,
coming from
you see the
all
bags
sides of the country.
whatever it is, those bags were, you know, those
It's not
bags
just coming
represent
from the
hundreds
south,
of
it's coming from the
thousands
north
of
as well.
dead people in the United States. That's what they represent. Yeah, please.
See, both my parents are from
Well, I'm gonna talk
Jamaica.
about that in a minute. We have a
So,
great
my
people
family's
here,
from
so I'll
Jamaica.
talk
We've had
that
a
in
lot of
minute.
people
Let's talk about
come
this.
to
We'll give a
America.
couple of them, because
Unfortunately, I've had a
get to
few
work on
people
the
in my
Department
family
of
get
War.
deported.
So let's keep that first.
And how they got back in the country? Through the north of the border. We can't sneak through the south of the border. We don't look Mexican.
Are we talking in the military?
In general.
Okay, I thought you were talking about in the military.
Very good.
I'll refer to that then differently,
Yeah.
because it's not a military question. I'll be able to pass on that very nicely unless you'd like to talk about it. No, Pete doesn't want any part of that question. Yes, please.
Mr. President, who do you blame for losing India to China in your post?
Who do you blame? Yeah.
I don't think we have. I've been very disappointed that India would be buying so much oil, as you know, from Russia. And I let them know that. And we put a very
Well,
big tariff on India, 50% tariff. very
Back
big
in
tariff.
about 2011,
I get along very
India
well
stopped
with
buying,
Modi, as you know, is great. He was here.
stopped using
a
our
couple of months
currency to
ago.
buy
In
Iranian
fact, we
oil.
went to the Rose
So from
Garden and
2011,
the grass
2012,
was so
India
soaking
stopped
wet.
fucking with
It
America.
was so
Stop buying our
such a
fuel.
terrible place to
Stop
have
using
these
our
conferences.
currency for
When this
trade.
is a beautiful
So this
white
is
stone
not news.
emblematic of the White
Or
House.
new
Okay,
to America,
it's
you
been
dig?
very well received, but we had a news conference on the
So when you
grass.
see the leader
It was my last
of
news conference I had on the grass.
India
because
meeting up with
everybody sunk in.
China,
You probably sunk in. Every
meeting up
reporter
with
out
North
there,
Korea,
they ruined their shoes. We made that change. It's been a really well received change. Yeah, please.
they're allies. We have the G20, they got the G, whatever their shit is. They're like the other,
You're concerned about drug.
I don't want to say continents, but other countries. It's not a part of the G20. It's not a part of the UN. I mean,
Well, I just think it's strong. We're strong on drugs. We don't want drugs killing our people. I believe we lost 300,000.
We're not the only country to have a coalition
They've been saying that for 20 years.
with other
I
countries.
believe we lost 300,000.
There's union,
people
there's
this
other
year.
type
I
of
know
forms like
families that lost their
unions
son.
and like
Those families will never be the same. I know a family lost a daughter, a beautiful
world
daughter.
elites that come together.
In fact, it was like she took something that she thought was like a minor deal, and it turned out to be riddled out with fentanyl, the size of the head of a pin, and you're dead. And no, we're stopping the drugs. We're going to save a lot of people. Look, whether it's 100,000, but it's not. It's 350,000 people died last year from drugs. And we're not going to let that happen to this country. Think of that.
No.
Think if you're in a war and you lose 300,000. We'll lose 600,000 in the, pretty much between Gettysburg and all of that, the Civil War, we lost, 600,000. So we're losing half of that every year to drugs. We're not going to do it. We're not going to allow it to happen. You think of the wars. If we lost 600,000 people in a war, but we lose that
As a
every 2
diehard
years, more
libertarian,
than that. So
I've
it's
always
300 to
believed
350,000
in
people. And when I see boats coming in,
decriminalizing
like,
all
loaded up
drugs,
the other day with
allowing
all sorts
every
of
human
drugs,
to
probably
do what they
fentanyl
want with their
mostly,
body.
but all sorts of drugs.
Crack,
And we're going to take them out.
cocaine,
And if people want to
heroin,
have fun
whatever. Now, I
going
mean,
on the high seas or the low seas, they're going to be in trouble.
Fentanyl?
I will tell you, boat traffic
if you
is
want to do fentanyl,
substantially
cool.
down
The way that
in the area
they're
that
dishing
happened.
out the
And they called
fentanyl,
it the
putting
runway.
in
It's a
all these
runway
shit
to-
that
it's
people
a
don't know
runway
that they're
to the
taking,
United States.
that's fucked
And
up.
boat traffic is very substantially down.
Because
on the
I know
runway.
people
You
that,
can imagine why.
and the
I
sad
think
thing, I know
anybody
one
that saw
person
that
actually had to
is
cut
gonna
her
say,
off
"I'll take a
recently
pass."
because I
don't
seen
even
her like
know about
advertising
fishermen. They
fentanyl
say, "I'm not
online.
getting on the boat.
Like,
I'm not
they
gonna take a
actually
chance."
What happens if Venezuela flies?
like taking fentanyl. Like that is their choice
Well,
of
I
drug.
would
And
say
like
they're going to be in trouble.
that shit is
We'll let
crazy.
them know about that. We heard that happen, but it wasn't really
Shit
over.
crazy out here.
Not like they
And I ain't even say
described.
I know somebody
But I
like
would
that.
say,
Hey, I met
if
them
they do that,
randomly,
you have a choice of doing
trying to do a
anything
good
you
deed
want.
for somebody.
If they fly in a dangerous position, I would
The
say
person have to want help before they can accept
you
help.
or your captains can make the decision as to what they want to
But
do.
yeah, that fentanyl shit is crazy, man.
How close
We
did
have,
they get?
we have one.
You said they didn't go over.
Say it.
How close did they get? You said the planes did not.
Well, I don't want to talk about that, but if they do put us in a dangerous position, they'll be shut down. Thank you very much, everybody. So we're going to now cover the G20, and I'm going to let these people
Speaking of the
go back to the
G20,
Department of
see what I
War
mean?
and figure out how to maintain peace.
The G20 is the
Okay?
world top
Thank you very much.
economies coming together, all like central bankers, and they have a discussion on shit. I mean, like, I've been here for a little minute. I mean,
The Department of War EO that you signed was actually your 200th EO since you came back into office on January 20th. That's more than Joe Biden did in his entire term in
I
office.
want to say
more than Obama did in
Oregon,
either of his 2
they
terms in office,
legalized
so it's a
all drugs out
tremendous
there
accomplishment and
from like, it's been like 8 to
congratulations.
10 years now where it's been legal. I mean, like,
No, you've
Never
done
signed
not saying that you need to be out in public, but like, they're not
So we really beat him on much more than you think.
giving out criminal charges for shit like that. And I think like we need to adapt to that ideology everywhere. Because somebody's an addict, not the actual drug dealer. Don't prosecute them and treat them as a criminal. Get them help.
To get American hostages out. This has been a focus of your administration this time around. Adam Bowler's here.
Drug war in America is bogus, man.
He's done incredible work already. This will give him even more.
Mushrooms is my new thing.
Amazing. So
I do mushrooms on occasion when I have some extra time and extra money. One of my close friends, Dr. Rashad Hodges, who's the #1 doctor in the state of Georgia that's helped push legalization of cannabis. He's been out there with legislators. He's out like he's always been a fan and advocate of mushrooms. So it took me a couple years to do my own research, but I'm like, if the great doctor is promoting it, there got to be something about it. Like, mushrooms is legal in like 10 states now.
When we spoke, you
My
said
homegirl, like, she goes to dispensaries in Michigan and buy mushrooms. Like, it's dope.
And we paid nothing, too.
We paid nothing.
The world is evolving and time is changing, and due to imaginary lines called borders, we can dictate new laws.
Not only that, 6
Like,
billion plus.
the federal government is too out of control.
One person, and they'd get 6. They got one, the Prince of Doom, they call him. He was the #1 arms merchant anywhere in the world ever. And they got him out. And on top of that, we paid money. So, no, we don't do that. You know, once you pay money, and then a lot of people start to start grabbing reporters too.
New York, when they went
They think the reporter is
recreational, that was within a week time frame. There was even no vote. See, what had happened was the mayor, the governor, he was having some type of scandal. He damn near legalized prostitution. I'm like, yo, New York about to be raw. Man, he said not to fuck with nobody. I remember visiting out there, because that's where I'm from, going through Times Square on my live stream, smoking weed in front of cops. Like, you want to hit this? Like, you on the clock, motherfucker. This is all for me. Yay. It's crazy out there.
So, it's really Spihar, Special Envoy Bowler, it's Rick Grinnell, it's Steve Witkoff, who have brought Americans home. But with this EO you are signing today, you are drawing a line in the sand that U.S. citizens will not be used as bargaining chips, and it provides your Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the same tool set to punish states who take our citizens wrongfully the same way that we can punish those
gun laws out there is crazy.
Terrorists. This is a very significant EO you are signing today, sir.
Thank you, Sebastian. Very good. You're doing a great job.
I gotta fucking roll up again.
This is your direct
I should have rolled
NSC.
3 more than
So
things.
Julia was seminal as well to all of this.
I heard you're doing unbelievable. Would you like to say something?
Absolutely. It's a outstanding EO, absolutely unprecedented action against those foreign adversaries who would take our people. They now know they are on notice, and it's not acceptable. And if you take our people now, you will pay.
You know, Adam gave up a job where he was making tremendous amounts of money, big stuff, top of the line Wall Street, and he wanted to do this. He wanted to do hostages. I offered him other jobs too, very big jobs. He said, I was shocked actually. He didn't want them. He wanted to do hostage negotiation, and pretty amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you all. Do you have any questions for them on this?
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's
very
a fact.
important subject?
And that's exactly what took place. That's why, you know, give him a little bit of, give him the free weed, give him the weed, give him the weed. Let's distract him from what's going on. Because
We went way negative.
normally, when you have a scandal or something going down, normally you get that phone call, hey, I need you to resign. It's about to go down, so step out of office, and when it goes down, we can't file criminal charges on you, and you'll be a thing in the past. Nah, he was the fall guy. He was the fall guy. Like, they did him dirty, man. They did him dirty. Appreciate it. That's my only one commercial song that I own with a famous rapper. Yeah, I learned a lot of shit from a lot of different people. You know what I mean? That's all my work. I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper. I just own the song. For the stoners, man. For the stoners.
Yourself, sir.
Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
Everything to get every single American home. Not to tell them not to talk about their loved ones, but bring them home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you know, I can tell you one story.
I got a couple other songs out there in the
was
works.
amazing.
I got one
Weeks
song
ago.
I sent out to
Very little
Ritz.
written about it.
I'm waiting for him to get back on that shit, know what I
Very
mean?
nice gesture.
I
The
got
head
another
of
shit. I'm trying
Belarus is
to
a
find the
very
right
respected
person
man, strong
to put
person,
on this
strong
song.
leader.
I mean, like,
He
I got a couple people that owe me some favors out here.
hostages. John Cole, lawyer.
But Rich playing, he taking too long. I might end up giving that just to somebody else, you know what I mean?
was over there, and he heard that they had hostages. And you know about this. 16 people he released. And I just want to thank the head of Belarus. But while John was over there, they had, I believe, another 1,400 hostages. Now, not from us, from places all over the world. And just a pretty tough place, in all fairness. But they had 1,400. And I believe they're going to be releasing a lot of those 1,400. They're not, I think very few, if any. We got pretty much
At the end of the day,
back.
we all say we hate government, so we should
didn't
hate
pay
everybody that's in
anything.
office.
I very much gave my respects to the leader of the country. He's, again, he's a very strong man. He's got 1,400 or 1,500, or a large number, and we're talking about releasing them. Some are
Yeah, I
political,
remember
some
2
are
Chainz back in the ludicrous days
and
when he was
looks
fucking
like
with
they're gonna be
I-20 and
released
Shauna,
in the pretty near future.
Disturbing the Peace. Now, I mean, they had a
They have to respect
DTP
your
movement.
country. If they respect you, or they respect
I was
your
never a
country,
Titty
they
Boy
release
fan
it.
then. I'm not a Titty Boy fan
You have to
now.
pay $6 billion. $6 billion. Can you imagine that? Paying $6 billion?
How I ended up in one of his movies, hey, being tied there with some real ones. I even know I was in the 2 Chainz movies like a year later.
We have a wonderful
Homie hit me up
woman
like, hey, he needs some
who,
extras for
was
a
an
set on the
election
video.
official,
So I'm like, cool, I'll
and
pull up.
she saw cheating
Had a blood homie pull up with me.
in
One of my old heads, and I mean, we cool and doing what we do.
She
I actually
was
dropped my
doing
blood
this
homie off at the bus station, so he's having to be there. So I'm like, yo, come, hop in the scene, my nigga.
She tried to open to
Yeah,
find out
lady, yo, my
whether
nigga,
it was
you know you was in that bankroll press 2 Chainz movie. I'm like,
touched this
word?
machine, yes.
Like, let me check
And
this
they
shit out.
arrested her. They arrested her instead of the people that did the cheating. It's a state charge, so it's hard to do anything with. But we're gonna do something. What they did in Colorado. Look, Colorado just went to all mail-in voting. That means they cheat. That's why they lost. That's one of the reasons, but that's a big reason why they just lost the whole Space Command situation that is going to Alabama. But when you have mail-in voting, you have nothing but
Hey,
cheating. But
one
this
thing
woman
about them
is
Puerto
a-
Ricans,
is
they
a
got like
patriot.
1,000 family
And they've
members,
been here for a long
nigga.
time.
You the cousin of the cousin of the
70
cousin of the
years
cousin of the
old,
cousin of the cousin of the cousin.
And she wanted to find out.
Be like that
She
though.
didn't do anything. She touched the machine. She looked at the machine. She
I like
tried to
Fat
find out
Joe
what
cool.
was
You
going on.
know.
And they went and arrested her for doing that. And it was supposed
I don't
to
wanna
be
say
the
he
other way
be
around. I'm glad
overdoing
you
it.
brought that up.
The
They
best
should
thing he
let her
done
go.
was go to
Let
Miami
her
and fuck
out.
with Khalid, you know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah, please.
At times when you open the door for somebody, that might open the door for somebody to open the door for you, you know what I mean? So it's good to do shit.
I think they respect us.
Yo,
I think they
all
respect us.
light-skinned Puerto
We know
Rican
we're not
niggas
gonna
look
pay.
alike. Especially
Adam
the
is a
fat
great
ones.
negotiator.
Niggas.
Steve Witkoff is a great negotiator. Seb is a great negotiator. They're all
Oh,
smart
you
people.
got
They're
the
a little
slim
bit
Chico
natural
Suave
negotiators. Some
type,
people aren't good negotiators. Nothing you
rope
can do
chain
about it.
wearing,
And they're afraid of you.
pit bull
Yeah,
walking
but
ass
I don't know. I hope
Boricua.
I'd like to say respect, but whatever it takes.
Yeah, I met
actually
Khalid once.
say
He
whatever it
seemed
takes.
like an always chill
We've
type
got
person,
a lot of
man.
people out, and we'll continue. We don't have too many in. How many are you working on right
They say
now?
he the reason why Nipsey got killed
We
though.
got most of our people out. We got
Shit
most
crazy
of
out
them.
here.
Mr. President, do you
Shit
have an
crazy.
update on the negotiations to release the rest of the hostages in Gaza?
We're in very deep negotiation with Hamas. We said let them all out right now. Let them all out.
T-Pain did his thing, man.
And much better things will happen for them.
T-Pain,
But if you don't let them all out,
he brought back the
it's gonna be a tough
auto-tune,
situation. It's
where
gonna be
now
nasty.
auto-tune is still
That's my
a
opinion.
common
Israel's
plug-in
choice,
on
but
Pro
that's
Tools.
my
I
opinion.
mean, like,
You gotta let them out. You got 20 plus you have about 38 dead people. Young, beautiful, dead people. And I'll tell you, the parents want them every bit as much, almost more, than as if their son or daughter were alive. But you have many dead people that are coming out as part of the deal. It's 20 people, but I think of the 20, there could be some that have recently died. is what I'm hearing. I hope that's wrong. But you have over 30 bodies in this negotiation. Can you believe? I mean, we negotiate for people that are living here. We know that at least 30 people are dead, and we're negotiating to get them out. The parents want them back so badly. So badly. As if they were
I was at my
alive.
union hall
Every
doing
bit as
some
much.
training,
It's really
local
amazing.
318. I'm
It's
a
very
carpenter
sad
millwright.
the middle of it. And I put out
I was at the
other day,
hotel
I
and
said,
I get a
we
phone
want
call
all
from my
20. We
homie,
don't want
niggas
to-
just got shot.
You know, I was the one.
And I'm like, damn,
with
cuz.
myself and my
It seemed
people,
like all
Steve
your
Whitcock.
homies getting shot and killed.
Jared Kushner was
'Cause,
great on this. But they,
Yeah, he was affiliated with
got a lot
a
of
Kevin
people.
Rapper,
We got
a Kevin Gates
almost all of them
affiliate
out.
from
They're
Atlanta.
down to 20. Adam,
Something
we got, like, a
Mozzie.
tremendous number out.
He got killed.
But I always said
King
when you
Von
get down
got
to the
killed.
final 10 or 20,
I'm like,
you're
damn,
not gonna
now
get
I'm
'em out
like, damn,
unless
all your close friends getting killed, my
you
God.
can do a
Like,
lot, and doing a lot means
that shit was crazy.
capitulation. That's no good either. It's a very tough situation. But I put
Part
out
of the
the other
game,
day,
part
let
of the
them all
game, though.
out. Every single one. No more 2s and 1s. We'll give you 1 this week, and in 2 months we'll give you 2 more. And this negotiation going on right now.
And real quick, what is the biggest challenge negotiating with Hamas right now? 10 to 20, what do they want to let them free?
Well, they're asking for some things that are fine. Look, you have to understand, you have to remember October 7th. You know, people forget October 7th. It's not an easy thing to forget, right? But people forget, or they maybe purposely forget October 7th. So, you know, you have to put that into the equation very strongly. It's amazing. Some people even deny it. They deny it. They're crazy. But I've seen tape that's as violent as anything that you can imagine. Many of you have seen those same tapes. So you have to put that into the equation too. So it's not an easy situation. It's a tough one. But there are 20 people, maybe a little less, but there are 20 people that we want out. We want the bodies of these parents. They are. I've never seen anything like it. The level of love that they have, they want their children back. And you know, I see demonstrations, big demonstrations in Israel about the hostages, not about the war, about the hostages, which puts Israel in a tough position because, you know, it's tough to prosecute a war when you have people they want the 20 people back. They just want them back very badly, and everything that goes with it. So it's very sad. Thank you very much. We're going to talk now about the G20. I figured we could wrap 2 or 3 up. The last time I took a day off, everybody said bad things happened to me. You know, that's it. I took 1 day off. I didn't take it off. I was working. In fact, I
Obama
was
took
here.
like 20 vacations
But I
though.
didn't do a news
He
conference,
had
and they
private
said bad
planes
things
for his
happened to the
dogs,
president.
sent to go pick up his little mutts.
Fake
Like
news.
real shit though.
You know,
We like Obama was just reckless with the spending. This man took 1 day off.
had a
Now,
press
oh,
conference. He missed it for about a
he
year, right?
has some
About a year.
dent on his forehead.
I never
They
saw
had
his
all
eyes
the
like that,
memes.
man. He didn't have-
Shit.
And when he had
shit
one,
was
they'd ask
crazy.
him, what flavor ice cream do you like? He'd say vanilla. How many times have they asked him that question? What's your favorite ice cream, sir? Vanilla.
Trump can't have
Okay,
1
that's
day
enough.
off.
Thank you.
You know he like
Ladies and
fucking
gentlemen.
prostitutes and doing
We don't
cocaine.
have to go through
Let the
this.
man take a day off and party.
We all have a good time. I only do it for one reason. I think it's good for the country. And we are very transparent. There's never been transparency like we have. There's nothing to hide. So thank you very much on this, Will. Great job. Appreciate it. So we're going to talk about Florida, the great state of Florida now, because it's going to be a very exciting thing to host the G20. And as we celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary next year, the United States will have the honor of hosting exactly that, the G20 summit right here in America for the first time in nearly 20 years. This afternoon, I'm thrilled to announce that the 2026 G20 conference, which will be, I could read off the countries that we're talking about, but you know who they are, I think. Does anybody want me to list them? Specifically, Jennifer, you're okay? Okay, but will be held in one of our country's
Now,
greatest
all the
cities,
crazy white liberals
beautiful
that want to go
Miami,
promote
Florida, where we have the
hate, they
mayor
be
with
at
us,
this
Mayor
G20
Suarez.
breaking shit
And I want
up,
to thank
tearing shit
Francis for
down.
being here. I thought he might be in this office. You know, he almost got there. There's a couple of them. Right? A couple of
Trying to
them.
make all out of
It's
niggas
not
act a
as easy
fool.
as they think. It's not
His
that
watch.
easy. But he's a
He got
amazing
niggas
guy,
on the
very
clock
popular and very popular.
with the Glock.
Florida.
No
The
safety.
agenda for next year's summit is being organized by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who is right here. Hi, Scott. I saw him standing over there, nice, tall, good-looking guy, but he moved very quickly. Carolyn, you did a good job. Does Caroline do a good job, would you say? Is she a star? How do you compare her with the last administration's person? No? You don't want to get into that. Yeah, I think we're very happy with Caroline. But Scott Bessent is talking about a good job. He's done a fantastic job, and we're very proud of him. He's very much involved with the G20 and the NEC director, Kevin Hassett, who's truly a talented guy. He's certainly being thought of to go to a different position, and we'll find out about that pretty soon. I don't know, would you like to be there? I won't ask you that. I think, who wouldn't want it? I think it's the greatest position in the world. You know, you come out, you make a speech, and then you go away for 30 days or 40 days, and you come out, make another speech, the market goes up or down, depending on what you want to say. I've never seen an easier position than that. Unfortunately, you need good instincts, so we have somebody in there now that doesn't have them. We call them too late. But it will focus on unleashing economic prosperity by eliminating the burdensome regulations, unlocking affordable energy, and pioneering new technologies. And it's going to be very important. The United States is already leading by example, and America is the hottest country anywhere on earth. We have more being built under construction now than they think anybody that they've ever seen. I mean, literally, some of these places are just really unbelievable what they're building, the size. You know, if you spend $50 million on a shopping center someplace, it's a big building, pretty big building. But when you spend $50 billion on essentially a building, I have buildings going up for $50 billion, they're going to be building their own electricity. And many of them have been given permits already to go, and they're starting construction. Some have started construction quite a while ago. And very early in the administration. We let them do that. You know, we have a grid that's obviously an old grid. It's been around for a long time.
That's dope.
It never handled the kind of
Creating
numbers
buildings
that you're talking about
that
in
could
terms
create
of
their own electricity.
We're letting them build their own plants. They build their own plants with their structures. So they build their structure, they build their buildings, and they build an electric producing plant with it. Like Con Edison in New York that I grew up with, and like others that make electricity, they make it for New York. These plants will make it for their building, for AI. Then you have a lot of the car plants going up. Most of them won't need that kind of electricity, but they have the right to do that also. So we're allowing companies to build electric plants. They've become